All right. I'm gonna push this over to you, Harrison, about the whole Whit Merrifield. He got drilled in the head. Was it middle of last week? And then it all came out.
Yeah, it was a few days ago. He got hit with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball in the head by Criswell from the Rockies, and took it right in the ear flap, like straight onto the ear flap. And you can see in the video after he gets hit, he's yelling at the pitcher to throw it over the plate, but he came out of the game just for precaution. And then after the game, they were talking to him, and he was very kind of calm about it. And then he kind of went off on this rant about the fact that he's just tired of these guys coming into the game that throw really hard, that don't know where it's going. And there's no repercussions for them. They don't get suspended or fined for this kind of stuff. They don't hit anymore, so they can't get any retribution against them. And his general stance was like, there's no accountability for this. There's no way to get any kind of payback or leveling of the field here. So these guys don't care. They pull back, they let it rip. They don't know where it's going. We get hit, and we've got to live with it. And they were showing that in the last, I want to say it was 10 years, hit by pitches have gone up 36%. You're now getting almost 1 HBP per game.
Yeah.
Which is when you think about it, that's a lot of HBPs considering all the games that get played. And Merrifield's on the rules committee, and he's planning to take this to the rules committee to talk about what they can do about this. But in the meantime, he's had tons of players reach out, very supportive of his stance, even pitchers. They're saying, yeah, we got to stop this. Like, we got to figure out how to fix the game because we're going to get somebody hurt. We're going to get somebody hurt a lot because we're not doing anything to fix the problem. Guys are throwing max effort with no control, and this is what happens.
Yeah, I can definitely see his point. Back in the day, it was like, all right, like I'm going to go out to the mound and I'm going to drill the next guy up, or, like there is no retribution for it. And I don't know how you fix that though. Like, how can you bring that to the rules committee and be like, hey, we need retribution put in place as a rule? Like, I don't know how you can make a change to the game to allow that to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a tough spot.
It is, but I can definitely see his point. I mean, everyone out of the bullpen now comes in throwing 100, 200, 3. Hell, was it Joyce hit 105.5 last week?
Yeah, close to 106. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, like, and that's just a guy like rearing back and giving it all he's got. Like, you can't tell me I'm gonna spot this on the inside part of the plate, like at 105, throwing it max effort.
No, like,
you're right.
I would challenge somebody to watch a game with one of these hard throwing guys and just see how often that catcher sets up and catches the ball like completely. A whole arm length away. Like,
right, misses completely.
These guys are throwing to an area, but they're, Maddox could hit a dime hanging off the backstop back in the day. These guys aren't that.
No.
They're just trying to beat you with sheer power. They're not spotting anything. And they do spot it, it's entirely an accident. But they're just rearing back and firing, trying to beat you with gas.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's a way to, like, and I wouldn't love it. I'm just throwing it out there, just kind of spitballing here. But, like, I wonder if maybe you have a certain number. So, like, HBPs per pitcher get carried over, let's say, per 5 outings. All right, so you hit a guy on Monday, and that's 1. It carries over. So you hit another guy on Tuesday, that's 2. You get, 3 HBPs per 5 outings. And then after that, like, you hit your limit, and now there's like a 1 or a 2 game suspension. I don't love it. I really don't, because each kind of outing is its own game. And I think you need to be able to throw inside, right? Like, you need to be able to, like, control that. So, like, I don't love that, but if we're going to go that route, like, there's got to be some sort of punishment for that. If we're going to go there, I don't love it. I mean, I get what Merrifield's saying, but I also, like, it is the game. I mean, that's the game. Yeah. I mean, it's the game.
Right.
I don't know. This is not a great topic for me because I don't know where I sit on it. I'm very firmly, like, in the middle on the fence. I don't know.
I mean, I think you made a great point. Like, that's really the only way you're gonna be able to police that, is if you hit 3 batters in a week, like, it's an automatic 2-game suspension or whatever the number may be. But here's another thing though too. You got to go to, like, so if I
if you get a week, let's say like a Tuesday to a Tuesday, Monday to a Monday, whatever, and I hit one guy on Monday, I hit one guy on Tuesday. Like you have to have like a reset, clean the slate kind of thing. Like this particular guy doesn't come in for 3 games and then it's because you can't have a guy like with that hanging over his head for a week and a half. So like if you're going to go that route, which,
right.
That's just a dumb rule I made up. But like if you're going to go that route, like you got to have some sort of like clean the slate.
Yeah, or is there some sort of cumulative thing over the season? Like, you can hit after you hit so many batters, you get fined for every batter after that you hit. Maybe.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. Even a monetary thing. Sure.
Maybe there's a system like that where it's more of like a fine situation. But even then, like the hard part is, to your point, Sean, like you can't take away the inside half of the plate from the pitcher because they're afraid to get fined.
You can't. You got to be able to throw inside, particularly relievers, man. You come in for
100%.
1 inning, like you got to own the inside of that plate. You have to be able to do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll have hitters like Aaron Judge just sticking their arms out, launching stuff.
Just leaning. Right. Like so you can't take that away. You can't.
No,
take
you've got to allow them to play, but there's got to be something you can do to basically get pitchers to get under control. And people are making the arguments about, well, bring the sticky stuff back or raise the seams and give them a better ball to throw with. Yeah, maybe that'll help. But even then, like when you look at the way these guys release the ball, I don't know that that's going to make much of a difference. Like they still don't know where it's going, per se. They know roughly where it's going. But 98, 95, 100, whatever it is, to the back of the head or the side of the head, through the helmet, still hurts like hell.
Yeah, I mean, he wore it square.
It was bad.
Wore it square.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Absolutely.
And Merrifield's got a point. The question now becomes, what can you do about it?